Your leadership requires you to guard your heart. Now, listen, don't tune me out if that sounds too soft and squishy, maybe something you're not, a way of talking that you're not used to. I want to encourage you, this is not something that's, specifically for a church leader. This is for every leader who looks to the Bible for your direction. Proverbs 4:23 says, guard your heart because out of it flow all the issues of life. Another version says the wellspring of life. Another version says it determines the course for your life. Have I made the point well enough that guarding your heart is pretty essential for you? Now, life comes at us. Life may have come at you really hard from the beginning of life, and it does a work in our heart. And so there's part of what we have to do as a leader, making sure that how our heart is postured will absolutely affect how we lead other people. So this part of this talk is talking to you of how to get your self-care at a right place. So guarding your heart looks like this. Number one, this is going to sound a little different because we're talking about your heart. Number one, clear your mind. Okay, so Romans 12:2 says, as a man thinks in his heart, there's a thinking that's going on, so he is. So when you clear your mind, what you're doing is you're having a reset. Okay, so the Bible talks that we need to dwell on things that are good and pure and right. And so the things that you let into your mind, your thought life, the things that you give concern to, the things that maybe you even choose to worry about or stress about, these are all things that will go down into your heart because they're things that you are thinking about. So as a leader, you need to figure out a way to clear your mind. What does it look like to you to clear your mind? I think of it like a daily reset. How do you reset your mind every day to say the things that I'm going to think on and dwell on are going to be good things? It's not that you're ignoring maybe challenges that you have or pressures that are on you, but you're reorienting your thought life because your brain is sort of a first filter to your heart. So first thing is to clear your mind. The second thing is to listen for what might be ungodly thoughts. Okay, so the Bible talks about that the enemy sends fiery darts, and he's going to send fiery darts into your thought life that could potentially bring fear, bring absolute discouragement. We know that he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So in every way, the thoughts he's trying to bring your way could be to steal joy, to kill a dream, to rob you from a passion. Whatever your purpose is that God has destined for you, the enemy's going to come to bring a fiery dart and to bring doubt. And oftentimes, really the main purpose that the enemy comes to bring those fiery darts in isn't necessarily the thing that he's bringing and accusing and bring the fiery dart into your mind. What he's actually trying to do is damage your faith. He's trying to come at you to cause you to doubt God, to doubt his purpose in your life, and ultimately erode your faith. So you have to listen for those ungodly thoughts that are coming in and learn how to resist those and take on the mind of Christ. The third way to guard your heart is to actually speak to your soul. I think about the verse that says, when David says in Psalms, why so downcast, O my soul? Put your hope in God. He's talking to himself. When you're guarding your heart, part of the guarding, the offense you go on, because guarding can sound like a defensive posture. When you go on the offense in guarding your heart, you're having to speak to your soul. You have to remember you have dominion over your life. We know that through our words, we have the power of life and death. That's such a powerful thought that the reality of what we speak and how we speak can actually determine how our life goes or how our life may deteriorate and erode. So I want to encourage you to speak to your soul and speak words of life. The fourth thing is, and again, this is sort of encapsulated in the other three, read the word and worship. Now, again, as a leader, I'm talking to you. Listen, business leader, this is all part of walking out your life as a disciple. As a disciple, your job as a disciple is to know the Father. How do you know the Father? By reading the Word. And if you find yourself distracted, or even as you pray, you don't really, you find lots of different thoughts circling around. That's why I encourage people to have worship on. You know, in the scripture, it talked about how Saul, he was tormented. And he actually had David come in and play the lyre, a musical instrument, and that made the tormenting spirit go away. You might find that the way that your mind has all sorts of thoughts, or your heart is constantly troubled, that actually bringing a little worship in will cause those things to go away. It's part of how you guard. And as you do that, you might find the window of heaven open up to bring a solution for your work, solution for a relationship, a solution for a problem, whatever problem it is you're carrying in that day. And because you've given time to worship, God speaks to you in that time. And the fifth way to guard your heart, again, the first four were things you can do. The fifth one is invite wise counsel. Invite other people into your life who can share with you a perspective about the season you might be in. They might have a perspective about the problem that you're trying to solve, and it might be weighing on you in a really heavy way that's really burdening your heart. But you bring someone else in, and man, maybe they bring a levity to the situation, or they give you a perspective that when you now hear what they have to say, it brings it into a better, proper perspective. Guarding our heart is going to be essential as a leader. And there's two primary reasons for that. One, so we are healthy and strong, but two, so we can lead people and lead others in a healthy way. So your leadership requires you to guard your heart. You can do that today.